stream. Here we are. This is time. This is time to get it going. I want to make sure it's actually working too. Someone pause it after a couple levels, or maybe just the first level. Who's your favorite character? And my favorite character throughout the game and throughout the comic was always Raph. When I was a kid, technically, it wasn't always Raph. When I was a kid, I really liked Leonardo, and my mom really always pushed me to like Leonardo. And I always thought it was because he was a good leader. But the reason she would make me do it was I didn't know my grandpa's name was Leonardo. I always thought my grandpa's name was Grandpa. So, or in Tagalog, Lolo. And so, I'm going to play it real quick, see what I can do. Seeing that I'm getting a phone call right there. What is going on here? Oh. See, sometimes you have to be smart and know how to do it. Should I be Leo? I'm not a big fan of Leo. Nah, I'm doing this for my grandpa. Let's go. I'm gonna be Leo. Hey, it's funny because if you play the Sega version, her boobs are bigger. they have a similar story, but yeah, in the Sega version, her boobs are bigger. I don't know why anyone watches me. Anyways, I'm Leo. Let's go after Shredder real quick. Who's that? Who could that be? That's Baxter Stockman, of course. They based his character off that movie with The Fly, I think, right? Is with Jeff Goldblum. Oh, I love this. It's so responsive on this. I was just playing the arcade version. My God. Every time I hit it, I would not do anything. And 90 million guys would jump me, but that was because they were trying to get your quarters, Back in the day, kids, they had this thing called arcades, right? They're kind of like Chuck E. Cheese. The guy who invented Chuck E. Cheese actually is the guy from Atari, which was like the original game system. But yeah, like they used to have these places back in the 80s and 90s. In the 80s, it was for gangs. In the 90s, it was more for kids, But you'd go somewhere and just play video games all day. And no one get mad. But it was cool because you had to walk there. The only thing was it would cost money, right? I had to earn an allowance so I could get enough dollars to go down there and play. But we used to have this place called Nickel Nickel where every game was a nickel. And they had a bunch of free games. Oh, I wasn't supposed to get the pizza. Hey, Lolo. I'm saying that to my Lolo because I'm Leonardo right now. I jump all over the place. See, it's funny because people oh, how come in the cartoon show they were robots, right? The Foot Clan are robots. In the movie, they are actually people. You can't kill people on cartoons back in the day, no matter what people said. So every cartoon was if you watch G.I. Joe, they were robots, They'd always make some kind of thing. What's funny is we're talking about that right now, but in Europe, a lot of games were changed so that people wouldn't die. Contra, famously in Europe, is it's called Robo Protector, right? And it's about robots, but it's the same exact game, but instead of humans you're killing robots. Really crazy stuff, Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle, guys? Tell me. Like, comment, and subscribe. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay, so what else? It's funny because in the movie, right? The first one, they're recruiting kids to do this, right? To become Foot Clan. The people I'm beating up right now, right? To be Foot Clan members. But not until the second movie does it make sense because none of them are trained in any martial arts and they become runaways that train there. But how did they get so good so fast? In the next one, what they do, when they're in Ninja Turtles 2 with Kino, who's Filipino like me, right? Henry Reyes Jr., right? They're looking for anyone with any kind of martial arts skill, which makes more sense, right? Because you can't just, you just can't pick up a katana blade and start whooping ass, I wish you could, but you can't. Please don't pick up a katana blade and stop whooping ass. That would be freaking bad. I don't want that on my... See, in this version, they show you their name and their life. Not like the arcade version, because arcade, they want you to, waste your time. Here's Baxter Stockman, famous, he was a scientist in the game. Just like the movie The Fly, he gets in there with a transporter with a actual fly and then becomes half fly. He ends up becoming a really cool character in the show. I think what's weird about him is just they act like he's super smart, but he does a lot of stupid stuff. One of my favorite episodes with him is when he befriends, he's sent to the Dimension X, and he befriends a computer operating system, and that guy tries to take over the world, and he's actually taking advantage of Baxter, and Baxter's supposed to be a smart one, but the operating system is the one controlling him. Which is funny because they kind of stole that idea for that movie where that guy falls in love with like Siri, the operating system thing. I'm just talking all over the place, man. I can't believe you're still watching. I can't believe you're still watching Scene 2. Alley Cat Blues. What's the name of that? The robot turtle. It's not Chrome Dome. It's something else. Whatever. Let's go. You like the background? Watch this, watch this, watch this. Wait. Boom! See, I'm good. I'm real good. Okay, what are my favorite things about Leo? When I was a kid, I liked Leo because, of course, he's a leader. But after a while, as I got older, I didn't like him as much because I thought he was too bossy. I don't like bossy people, but then it's like, if you're not bossy, you don't get anything done, you know? I could see where he's coming from now, but after a while, I just like Raph because he would always just wisecrack. But then you're like, as you get older, you're like, you don't like that guy. There's always that guy who's just like always wisecracking and just being sarcastic. It doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help anybody. Oh, see, in this version, it's not a like a board that breaks. It's actually a sewer. How could you saw that, right? He walked over the sewer and he didn't fall in. That's not fair, Konami. That's not fair, Konami. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Oh, what do you call it? The ratateurs or whatever. Not the Mousers. They were like these other things. This is like the bosses. It's funny. These are the bosses from the first, the second Ninja Turtles game, right? In the first level, these were the bosses. It's hard when you're just one guy, but I'm really just trying to show you that this game's fun. Oh man, I could have survived that. Oh well, that's fine. We're not really trying to beat the game. Let's see. And you know what's funny is, of course, in any like game, they have to give you patterns, right? So each different, you know, Foot Clan member, whatever color they're wearing, it's the attack that they have. The purple ones are just crap. The blue ones have the katana blades. The red ones, I think, they have shurikens, right? Have you seen the episode of South Park where they all get weapons and Kenny buys a shuriken and he hits Butters in the face with it and they're all scared that they're gonna go to jail? He literally hits him in the face with a shuriken. It's really gross. Oh man. Who's your favorite enemy in Ninja Turtles? I like Rocksteady and Bebop, but I'm trying to think of somebody random I like. I like Leatherhead. You know, he's the one that takes on the frogs. And who else do I like that's a bad guy in here? Who's a random bad guy that nobody ever talks about? Well, what's the name of that pizza chef? There's a pizza chef that takes the mutagen. And then his hand becomes a pizza slicer in the toys. The lore. Clearly, the worst character that's anybody is the not only that alien that's a turtle that like is in the Chrome Dome episode, but I always hate that giraffe that plays basketball because he's so fucking weird. He's like, oh, the only reason he's in the comic is because he's Mike's friend. I don't know. Oh, Metalhead. His name's Metalhead. All right. I'm gonna get you, you green slime balls. That's how he talks. Beware of my kicks. Beware. Shit. I'm not doing too good. I don't know why you watch me. Oh, he's gonna do that. Wah. So, who's your favorite non-turtle turtle? You know, like, I like Slash, you know. In the lore, he's different. In one lore, he's Raph's old pet that turns into something. In another one, he's from Dimension X. I always thought he was from Dimension X, like, because I only watched the cartoon, man. All the other stuff was, like, weird to me. What other turtles in the show? I don't know the name of that turtle that's from another planet, like, that I keep thinking of. But yeah, Metalhead's a robot. Is there any more turtles? You know who I like that no one ever talks about anymore is like the neutrino. I only had one bar of life and I have 199, 200 plus the one. Yeah. The neutrinos are very interesting to me. But I gotta make sure that this is actually taping, so I'm gonna cut it right here. Thanks for watching. I really love you guys.